Hey, it's Lynn from Subpar Planning. How are you today? Welcome to my channel. Welcome. Welcome. Oh yeah, welcome. So if you've been to my channel before, if you've seen some of my videos, thanks for coming back. I hope you enjoy this video. If you haven't, or if this is your first time seeing any of my videos, welcome. My channel's about planner stuff, mostly planner stuff, although I feel like I'm gonna start documenting my quote-unquote shopping addiction, which I really don't really like using that word because it really kind of I don't know, it kind of desensitizes people to what addictions really are. So I like to just call it more of an urge. I have the urge to shop, and I have the urge to shop frequently, and I think it's partly to help relieve stress, and I think it's just because it's fun, and it's fun to like search out for deals. So that's usually what I do, is I try to find stuff that's cheap, not cheaply made, but like cheap in price. So I'm always on the lookout for like sales and coupons, although I'm not one of those hardcore couponers. I am not, because that just looks like that takes way too much time. That actually looks like that would cut into my time of leisure, which is lunching, sleeping, watching planner videos on YouTube, planning in my planner. So I'm a woman of leisure, and I like to keep it that way. And I don't like to complicate things too much. So what I thought I'd show today is my shopping. I went shopping this weekend. I went to go visit family, and I spent the weekend out of town and went to some outlets, and clearly Michael's, because they're having this pretty amazing sale right now this week. And I thought I'd just show you what I picked up. It's a combination of stuff. It's from like Michael's, TJ Maxx, Target, Home Goods, whatever, and the outlet store that I went to where I bought the Dooney Bourke, which I actually posted on Instagram a couple of days ago, and I'm finally getting around to taking care of it, because this has basically been the first day where I've actually had time to just sit and chill. So I'm gonna go through the stuff that I got at Michael's first, and then we'll just kind of work our way through. So anyways, I hope everything's going good where you are. It's gonna get kind of hot here in New England, so that's gonna be super fun. So what I'm gonna do is I'll start with what I got at Target, which is this Sonia Kushik. I can never pronounce it. It's just a little pouch, but I like it because it's like a single zipper, but it's like a double pocket thing. So I thought that was pretty cool, and it was on clearance. It was like $7, $8, you know? So check in your Target clearance section, because you might find something that's like this. I like this because it's like a little waterproof, so I'll be able to put it in my purse, and I can put pens on one side, I can put washi tape on the other. So this is kind of like a nice little divided thingy. So that's what that is. I got that at Target. So check your Target clearance section. And then when I went to Home Goods, whatever it is, I actually picked up a couple of different things. So one of the things I found was one of these, and these actually, I've seen these before, and I've actually used them, and they're really nice because it's a titanium coated nail file. So you can actually use that to file your nails. And I actually did go to cosmetology school, and while emery boards are pretty popular, most people get them, they're cheap. They can also be pretty rough on your nails. So something like this is actually kind of nice. And remember, just no sawing back and forth. You just want to go in one direction. You want to go from the outside to the inside in one direction, and you want to do it nice and slow and easy. But I actually was pretty pumped to get this. It was like $3 at Marshall's. So I picked one of these up. And then I got a satin pillowcase because I actually have very curly hair. So, and it's getting more and more humid as the days go by because we're in summer, which is obvious. So I just needed to get it done and get something. So I decided to get myself a satin pillowcase, and we'll see how it works. So I got that. That was $8. And then I got a sleep mask because I see night shifts for work coming in my future. Because when they're short-staffed and they need somebody, I can make a pretty decent amount of money. So what I got was this relaxed eye movement sleep mask, and what makes this different from other sleep masks is this is actually curved. So it's like a bra. It looks like a bra. Look at that. So it's got the bumps out. So when you put this on your face, you're actually able to open and close your lids so that when you're in that REM stage of sleep, the mask doesn't rub against your eyes, and it doesn't actually decrease your ability to REM sleep. So that's why I got this, and it's actually funny. It's like a little eye bra, and it just cracks me up. Look, it's for when you want to. You can push them together, and you can really maximize your eye cleavage. I'm just kidding. It's a sleep mask. It's not an eye bra. Please God help me, don't take that literally. So anyways, this is why I got it. Hello Kitty, it's super cute. I have Hello Kitty stuff. I love her. I've always have ever since I was a kid. This was $4. So again, at Marshall's, you can find it Marshall's, Home Goods, Target, Marshall's, Home Goods, or TJ Maxx. They're all the same company, so there's a good chance you might find something like that there or something similar. So then we will go to my Michael's haul. So obviously the Sizer Easy Weed stuff is on sale this week. So I bought some HTV. It was 50% off each roll. So, you know, for those of you that don't like to purchase online or don't feel that you really need to purchase online because you're just not doing a lot of vinyl, if you're not really doing orders for people, I don't mind buying it by the roll, because for me, I'm like a fish. I have a really short attention span. So, you know, one week I'll be like all into my Cricut and doing stuff, and then I won't touch it for like a month. And so for me, something like this actually works, where you can buy them, they're half price, and just they're there. When I want it, I can use it. So I decided to go with all the foily stuff. So I got the gold foil, which is actually really nice. It's really pretty. I got the rose gold because, you know, everybody loves a good rose gold. That's like the shade in that's right now. I mean, I think even my phone's rose gold. So I got that. And then I got the pearl. And again, it's just kind of nice to have for bags, if I want to do some cotton cloth pouches or something, if I want to actually try to like get into the whole sewing gig, which let's not kid ourselves, that sounds like that's too much work. So then what I picked up was this little mini glue gun. It was like $2.99, I think. I think that's the regular price. It wasn't on sale. But the reason why I bought it was because it's a mini gun, and it actually will probably help me with the bows that I'm making, because I find that I actually have a really nice Ryobi disposable, one of those Ryobi interchangeable glue guns that you get at Home Depot, and I love that friggin' thing. It's a little too intense for these little teeny tiny bows that I'm making. So I just bought that and that. I mean, again, it was like under $5 for the 2 pieces, and I think I got 40% off one of them because I used my coupon. So then I got this. This is 40% off. I had been eyeballing this for a while. I wear a lot of these kind of ties in my hair because I have really curly hair. So for me, these things actually work out really well because they don't necessarily break my hair. And they hold my hair up, but they're still soft, so it doesn't cause any problems. But I like this because it's an actual hair tie bracelet, and it's in a rose gold or like a goldy color. And so you can just take the hair tie and put it on there, and then just wear it as a piece of jewelry. So that way, when you need a hair tie, it's right there, and it still doesn't actually look too bad. Although I would probably pile a couple of these, or at least one other one, so it doesn't look so silly. But it's kind of cute. You know, you can use, I think any of the hair ties from Michael's will actually probably fit this. It's just a question of double checking. But I have piles and piles of these things because I lose them, they fall apart, I use them too much, I leave them here, I leave them there, I leave them in places. So I picked this up because it was on sale. Same thing with this. This is a wristlet keychain, which I would not use for my car keys because I don't carry my keys like this. But I was thinking of potentially using this to hold my clear planner. So I could attach this to the ring, and I can actually carry my clear planner as like a little wristlet. So I'm gonna try to figure that out. I should probably go get it and see if it'll work, but that could be for another time because I still have to do a couple plan with me's anyway, so maybe I'll do that. But yeah, that's why I bought it. And it's a pretty neutral color, so it'll pretty much go with anything, and it'll match the planner. So we'll see how that works. So that's what I got. And then I bought these things because they were on sale, obviously. So I bought this little daily, the daily pages. It's like 40 sheets, daily pages for the mini happy planner. So it's by the hour, what needs to get done, do this later. And then on the other side, I think it has the date, something else, I don't even know. I have no idea, but I thought it would be nice because like sometimes on my days off, I feel like I'm a little haphazard because I don't know where I'm going and what I'm doing, and you know, working 2 12s in a row, and usually it's pretty busy, and then I have like 2 days off and I don't know what I'm doing, or I forget appointments because I'm famous for that. So basically it's got the today's date, it's got the focus, by the hour, which is nice. Get it done, do this later. And then on this side's a brain dump. So it's kind of nice. So if you find yourself doing something throughout the day and you're like, ah, crap, I got to remember to call so-and-so. So that's kind of nice. And there's 40 sheets of it. And honestly, I mean, I'm sure you could craft something like this or make something and print it out on your computer. But to be honest with you, sometimes you just don't want to do that. Sometimes you just want to open a package and take out whatever you need and just be done with it instead of sitting, oh, I keep hitting the camera, sorry about that. Instead of sitting in front of your computer on Microsoft Word or on Excel or on Pages and sit for hours trying to get the sizing out right, especially for the mini Happy Planner, because it's not a typical size. If it was a classic or an ARC system or a Lavender system or anything like that, yeah, it's easy. You can do a full sheet. It's no problem. But I'm not going to sit there and figure it out because I just can't be bothered. I don't have time for that. Well, I have plenty of time. I just don't want to waste my time doing that. So the other thing I got was the memory keeping, the Happy Memory Keeping sticker book. I don't know why I keep buying sticker books. I need to stop. I need to put the brakes on, cut it out with the sticker books because I have more than I need. I have more stickers than any possible human being could ever possibly need or want. I will never use all of them. I know I won't. It's just impossible. They'll probably still be there after I'm dead. I'll have to be buried with my Happy Planner stickers. I'll have to get buried with these. Maybe they could just put them all over my coffin when they bury me and it'll be cute and funny. So I got these just because I really liked the way that these looked. They had some really, oh, let me get out of the light because I'm using natural light. So, you know, they've got some ones that obviously I'm not going to fit in a Happy Planner, but it's okay. I mean, I have another plain calendar that I decorate. So this is just kind of nice to just decorate with. They've got some really nice boxes. They've got some like note box size planners, but they had a lot of cute little stuff and I really kind of liked it. And so I can just use it to decorate seasonally, even if it's just my calendar that I put on my fridge, which basically just tracks my bills because, you know, we all have bills. And the last thing I got was this clear tote. This is a fairly sizable tote. This was $5. I think it was on sale, but it's pretty big. So it's a 12 by 12 by 6 inch. So it will fit a lot. And actually these straps will go over the shoulder. I'm pretty wide. Like I have a pretty wide shoulder base. But this seems to fit over my shoulder okay. So this is just kind of nice. You can use this for stadium. I know, like, if you're going to go see a lot of games in places, you can use this for, like, stadiums. You can use it if you work in retail. Some places actually require you to have a clear bag. So I kind of like this, and I kind of like the idea of having a clear bag and just having it filled with all these little pretty pouches and stuff because, I don't know, it's just kind of cute. I don't know. I mean, I can totally see why people like the clear stuff. I mean, I'm totally feeling myself getting on the bandwagon. The other thing, too, is that this is actually really nice floppy vinyl. It's not stiff. It looks like it's going to hold up well to bending. I mean, obviously, if you don't store it properly, it will probably get bent in a certain way. So I personally would probably just stuff this with tissue paper and store it on my shelf like that so that it's not getting caved in or getting bent in the wrong spots. But yeah, it's a nice little bag. And then I found 2 paper packs, and I'm kicking myself because I didn't take care of this already because these things drive me crazy, these sticker things to hold it together. I know that they want to protect the paper from people, and they don't want people to like paw through all of the pages and ruin the paper, but it drives me bonkers. So I have to remove these quickly. And I think I did this in another video where I just basically sat and complained about it while I was doing it. So I'm just gonna shut up and just do this. Okay. So obviously I know that people have actually shown this on other videos from Michaels of stuff that they've gotten, and I was kind of on the fence about it because, to be honest with you, and I can't believe I'm gonna actually admit this, I'm really not into the mermaid thing. The mermaid thing kind of just irritates me. I'm not really big into that, but I do like the fairies and the unicorn stuff, and I actually like the colors of the palette that's in the pages. So I did go ahead and get it, and it's actually got some really nice pages in it. And these I really like. I mean, this would be really cute to like just frame up and put it in like a little girl's room, or, you know, just put someplace to kind of give you inspiration through the day. So there's a lot of really pretty pages, and even the ones that are kind of like mermaidish don't really bother me. Like that's probably what I would consider like a mermaid page because of the coloring, but it's really pretty, and it's kind of fun to just mix these up. And then all I kept thinking about was my iridescent pocket planner and how pretty a lot of these things would look as dashboards in there. So that was the other reason why I bought it, because it would really bring out those purple tones that are in that pocket planner because it's iridescent. So, you know, these things are great. You can cut these out, make them, put them on cards, make them for cards for people. And so that's kind of like what I like about it. This is kind of a neat page, even though it's like the mermaid, like reptilian scaly thing. I thought the iridescent quality of it was pretty. So yeah, I thought that these were actually really pretty colors. I mean, honestly, when I look at this book, there's very few pages that I wouldn't use. I mean, even this would be really pretty in my planner. So, you know, and that's the thing too, is the nice thing about planning, for me at least, is that I try to push myself out of like the usual things that I get. So I normally would not have bought that. It was on sale. It was $5. So I say, why not? But, you know, maybe I will make myself do like a mermaid themed planner for like a month, just because it's not really something that I like, and I don't really like the style of it. So maybe if I push myself and do something that maybe is a little bit out of my comfort, it'll make me appreciate something different that much more. So, and if I don't like it, I can always change it, which is kind of like why I did the travel notebook. I really liked it. I think it's really pretty. I just don't think it's for me, but I'm not going to get rid of it. And who's to say that I might not use it, you know, 6 months from now? Because it's possible. And that's great, because I have all of these pages and I can make all these beautiful booklets, and I can do this and I can do that. And that's part of what makes planning, for me, it's not just planning and writing down my to-dos. It's about customizing it and designing it and making things pretty. And that's what I enjoy. So the next one that I found was Peaceful Breeze. That's what this was called. This is another one of the hot buys. So it was $5. And the reason why I bought this, because I just thought it was pretty. I genuinely really like the colors in here. I'm not really a pastel-y kind of person, and never have been, but I just thought that was cute. Like, look at these little houses, little shiny houses, little foily houses. Again, this would be really nice to put saying on and frame it. Again, create cards with these. I kind of feel like making my own calendar this year. Like, I know you can buy your own calendars, but I feel like making my own calendar and using pages like this and cutting them up and actually just making my own calendar for my fridge for, like, you know, my bills and stuff. So I might actually do that. And the thing is I could easily do that if I cut these down to 8.5 by 11. I could literally just print with my printer on top of these, and that would be the background of my calendar page. So I'm kind of thinking about doing something like that. And if I do, I'll let you know, and I'll throw a quick video up. But a lot of these pages, a lot of these designs are just really, really simple, very pretty. A great way to make some cards. If you like to send cards, or if you like to do like the pocket tags, like the pocket card thing that people like to do, which I don't really know much about. It's very intriguing. I gotta look it up, and I gotta look into it a little bit more. But yeah, there's a lot of pretty little designs in here, and the colors are really subdued, but the reason why I bought it was because of this little page of birds, because I love birds, and I just think that's adorable. So yeah, there's a lot of really pretty patterns in here, really pretty colors. So that was Michael's, Target, and Home Goods. So those were the three stores that we kind of hit. I mean, we hit other stores obviously, but when it comes to like planning stuff, that was probably, you know, and even the stuff from Michael's, I mean from Marshall's, really wasn't planner related, but you know, I just want to throw it in there because it was kind of fun, and I thought it was cool. So the next thing is that I actually went to Dooney Bourke. I went to the outlet, and I was lucky enough to pick up a bag. Now, sorry about that. I got a phone call, so we need to start this over. So as I was saying, I was lucky enough to get to the outlets at the place that I was visiting, and I went to the Dooney Bourke outlet, and I was actually pretty pumped to pick up a bag. Now, what I was saying was, there's a Dooney Bourke bag that I really, really like, and it's called it's like the Barlow bag, but it's like the City Large Barlow, and it's got this huge pocket in the center, and this thing's got these two pockets on the other side that snap shut with a magnetic closure. The thing is huge. I want to say the bag probably weighs close to 3 pounds. Empty. It's pretty freaking heavy. But I really like it, and I keep seeing it at like the Dooney Bourke website, and it's close to, you know, it's like $350, close to $400, which is kind of a lot of money to spend in a purse. Although I know you can spend more, but regardless, you know, I'm no Rockefeller, as you will. So, if you will. So, I decided that I would look around to see if they had maybe a second or like a, you know, like a nice one, but maybe the stitching was off on or something at the outlet, because, you know, that's what I try to do, is I try to find things cheaply that I like. So unfortunately they didn't have the Barlow. They actually did have one Barlow. It was the black smooth leather, and it was beautiful, and it was $1.99, and I really liked it, but it just wasn't the color that I wanted. I really, for some reason, I wanted the blue. It's like a marine blue or royal blue ostrich in the Barlow, and it's so pretty. But they didn't have that, and they had a bunch of mini Barlows, and they had a bunch of the mini Barlows in all the different colors, and it was super, super pretty. And I liked the minis, but they were just too small for me. I think, you know, I'm using the Fossil bag by Sydney right now, and the Sydney Fossil bag, and I actually really like it because it can actually hold a lot of stuff, and I will continue to use it for at least through the month of July, because I feel like in order for me to get a solid understanding of whether I like this bag or not, is to at least use it for a month. For me, I switch pocketbooks like you would switch your underwear. I have a different bag every day, and it's because I like, you know, different outfits call for a different type of bag, and I'm not going to use a really nice bag if I'm wearing, you know, sweatpants or, you know, yoga pants and a t-shirt and I go out shopping. So I'm not going to use like a really fancy bag when I look like a homeless person, or if I'm going to the gym, you know, I mean, I use a gym bag. So everything that I have is always in like pouches and stuff like that. So I literally pick up my pouches and I just throw them in the other bag, and then that's it. So with the Fossil bag, I have everything in pouches, but I want to carry it because it's a really popular bag, and I'm trying to see if there's a reason why. I mean, for me, what's the appeal of it? Because everyone loves this little bag, and I can understand it because you can fit so much shit in it, literally. So anyways, I digress. Let's go. I'm off on a tangent. So anyways, I was lucky enough to pick up this bag from Dooney Bourke. It's still in its packaging. It's the Dooney Bourke. It's the Rider in Midnight Blue, I think is the style. It's the Rider in Midnight Blue, and it's an ostrich, so it's the ostrich skin, and I actually got the matching wallet of the same color. So let me get this out, and I'm hoping that this color will pick up, because it actually looks more black to me on screen. But this is the Dooney Bourke Rider in ostrich, and I'll take some pictures of it outside, but it has all this like stuffing in it and plastic and blah blah blah, and it's actually really pretty. It's got two pockets on the side, so it's got a pocket here that you can easily fit a cell phone in, and another pocket on the other side that you can easily fit a cell phone in. And this is kind of cool because these straps, which it's still too short for a shoulder strap, it's not going to fit over your shoulder, but it's nice because you have the option of taking this out and shortening these straps or lengthening them. And I actually think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to there's a shoe guy that I go to, and I actually think I'm going to have him punch some holes in here, because I have no problems punching another 1 or 2 holes in here so that I could potentially carry this on my shoulder. But I would definitely have a professional do that, because they'll be able to space everything out properly. But yeah, I'm thinking about having that done. So the thing that I thought was really cool about this bag, though, is it actually does expand, and it holds a lot of stuff. So I will show you the wallet in a second, because you might get... There's a lot of stuffing in this thing, and it's kind of nice because it holds, and it got a lot of these like little silica things, which you should save, by the way, because they're actually great for when you store your bags. And it comes with the little dust pouch and the shoulder strap, and it's got the key line on there. Oh, look, another silica gel pack. So it's a beautiful red on the inside, on the interior, and it can actually hold a lot. I mean, I could basically fit everything that I bought at Michael's in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Sizer Easy Weed. So, because we all know the length of the package, and that literally fits right inside. So that's how big this bag is. It's got a crossbody. So, whoops, sorry about that. So yeah, that is the ostrich skin, or the ostrich embossed leather, and it's marine blue. Midnight blue, sorry, midnight blue. And you can easily fit all the crap that I bought this weekend in there. And then here is the wallet that goes with. And again, it matches perfectly. It's the same color, the midnight blue. So this is a really, really pretty wallet. It's opens up. I like this. I like wallets like this. I know a lot of people have wallets that, you know, you zip it and it opens like this. That's fine, but for me, I like a wallet where I can actually fit my crap in. So, you know, this has got the 3 pockets here for bills, coupons, whatever. It's in the red. It's got the beautiful red piece there. And it's got a zip where you could put like change or whatever. Although I myself would not put change in this wallet because I don't want to bruise the leather, bump it out. But yeah, so that's basically what I spent this weekend. I spent probably way more than I wanted to, but you know, who cares? You only live once, and it's all right. So I'm gonna register everything. I think this is the registration cards. I have one in there. So I'm going to register my accessory. I'm gonna register my bag. And then, you know, maybe get the catalogs in the mail and stuff. But, you know, I've always had an affinity for Dooney Bourke. I mean, I have a couple of Coach pieces. I have a couple of Coach bags. And I like Coach. Don't get me wrong. I think they're well made and they're lovely. But they're very much like, everyone's got one. I feel like a lot of people have Coach. And there aren't a lot of people that have Dooney Bourkes. And I don't see them very often. I think part of it is because it's kind of like I'm not saying that this is what it is, but when you think of Dooney Bourke, you kind of think like older Grammy kind of things. I mean, you don't see a lot of young people with Dooney Bourkes for some reason. I don't know why, because they're really beautiful bags. But I mean, I got a Dooney Bourke when I was like 16. It was like the special, you know, it was the duck one, you know, the duck that the crossbody with the big leather duck on it, and it was awesome, and I loved it, and I just thought the duck was so stinking cute. But, you know, you don't see a lot of people carrying Dooney Bourke, and it's kind of makes me sad because these are really nice, beautiful bags. They're well made. They're made in the United States. They're designed in Connecticut. So it's actually a New England bag. So that's why I've always had an affinity for Dooney Bourke, and there's no reason other than this was one of the first fancy, if you will, fancy pocketbooks that I bought when I was a kid. You know, I saved up some money, worked a little bit, and I was able to get one. So that's why I guess I have an affinity for this company. So so yeah, it's really well made. It's heavy. I mean, I'm gonna say that this bag is probably at least a pound, if not a pound and a half. I mean, it's a heavy bag, but as you can see, this little monster can fit a bunch of stuff. So I'm probably gonna use the Sydney satchel for at least the month of July. And then I'll probably switch over to this for August. And then it's kind of funny because I seem to have this obsession. Like, I'll find something and then I obsess on it, which is kind of what happened with the planning thing. To be honest with you, I'm quite surprised that I'm still obsessed with planner stuff, because usually I'll get obsessed with something and I'll like research it and look into it and I'll learn all about it, and then I just lose interest and something else piques my interest, which is what's happening a little bit. Like, I still like my planners and I'm not going to give those up, but now I find myself looking at Dooney Bourke bags online, and I'm looking at like vintage bags, and you're like, what are some rare, more unique ones? So now I'm kind of feel myself kind of going down that like rabbit hole of like, here we go again. Now it's bags, which has always been a passion of mine. I've always been into like wallets and pouches and bags, so I guess it goes hand in hand with planning. So I might actually start branching out a little bit and just kind of talking about the bags that I have and how long I've had them and how I use them, because like I said, you know, I'll switch wallets like as soon, as many times as the sun comes up in a week. I don't carry a lot of cards. I do carry cash, but you know, it's easy enough to transfer back and forth. And like I said, I'll change a bag like people change underwear. I'll have a different bag every day. Sometimes 2 or 3 times a day I'll change it out. And that's where pouches for me come in really handy, because I can literally pick everything out, pick out a pouch, drop it in, pick up a pouch, drop it in, and then I'm out the door. It's not like I have to organize it or do anything. I literally keep everything in pouches. And so I'll kind of go through that at some point too. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. I'm sorry I talked a lot. I talked a lot in this video. But anyways, I hope you liked it. I hope this gave you some ideas or inspired you to maybe go out and find those items that I found. It's always nice to have like a little treasure hunt, a little scavenger hunt, if you will. And I hope everything's going good wherever you are. You, that's right, you. Because you're awesome. You are loved, and you deserve to be here. Don't let anyone tell you different, because they're lying. And yeah, so anyways, stay cool, because I hear it's gonna be hot in the next couple of days for most of us in this country. So yeah, take it easy, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Deuces.